Don't go chasing your emotion. Lay all your love on me. I'll never be ABBA, will I? Hiya, morning. Yes, we are all equal. Well, I think we are, and so we should be. Like my t-shirt. It's an old t-shirt. I don't know, can you see it? It's got the Scotland and equal marriage on it. Equal marriage, which I agree with, because I'll tell you why I agree with you. My dad was totally straight, of course. Well, he didn't hate to be, but he was straight. But he had two pals, and one of them was a twin, and his name was Joe. And he went out with a man, his partner, called George. Now, Joe was in the Navy, and he had all his medals and everything, and he was in a lot of wars and everything, and he had a lot of medals, and he was a wee man, and George, his partner, was a bigger boy. George, I'm not sure what George done, but they used to go into a couple of pubs in this area where I stay, and they used to get nothing but abuse. They used to get abuse all the time. My dog's outside. I'll just leave him outside. It's pissing around and he's out there. It's going to get wet. Anyway, they used to get nothing but abuse in pubs for being gay, the two men. And they were in their 70s. Well, when I say they got abuse for probably the age of 50 upwards. But they were in their 70s and they used to come into the gay pub, but they never got abuse in there, and they were characters, they were great guys. And what happened was, back in, I think it must have been about the year 2000, Joe's long-time partner died. Joe went out with George for probably over 40 years, if no more. And George died of a heart attack. And they stayed together and everything, but back then you weren't allowed to get married. So when George died, Joe was left with nothing. The family took everything. And yet Joe went out with George for 40, if no near enough 50 years. It was awfully sad that the family had just took everything and didn't leave Joe with anything, And it was awful. It was just awful what happened to Joe. Because when George died, he was left with nothing. And he was lost without him. And he just went right down the hill. I used to see him in the pub, and it was awfully sad. He was on his own, and he used to cry his heart out to me. It was awfully sad. I think what happened in the end was he stayed up here in this area. He stayed in a flat up here, and he hated it. It was our druggies beside him. He says, "We don't like where I am." I says, "I know this scheme's got a lot of druggies, but a lot of places do." He says, "I know, but I'm in the flats." He says, "I'm going away." He said, I went, "What do you mean you're going away?" He says, "My sister stays in Australia. I'm going away over there to stay." And he did. He went over there to stay. I don't know if Joe's still alive now. But it was awfully sad, and that's how I believe in equal marriage, because if you love somebody, you should be entitled to what you get. You should be entitled to things when they die, their partner, and that's the reason I believe in equal and all equal. And it's really sad, if you love somebody, you should be entitled to things if your partner dies, I think. So that's how I believe in equal marriage. It was sad. I hope he had a good life when he moved to Australia. He must have been about 76. Would have been 76 when he went away. So that was probably 10 years ago. I don't know if Joe's still alive, but he was probably with my mum and dad. My mum and dad liked them, the two of them. And they were characters. Right, I'm getting ready to go out. I phoned David, but I can't get a hold of him as usual. He said he was going to pick up my tablets. But I could sit here all day and wait, and he might not appear. So I thought I'll get myself organised. As you can see, my hair, I've got it fuzzy just now. I'm going to have to put some gel in it and spike it up. and I've got a tracksuit that I haven't worn for a while. I bought this tracksuit during lockdown. I bought tons of tracksuits. In fact, David got us a lot. David opened a PayPal account, and he got his army pension and that, and he treated us to a few things. Skittles, will you be quiet? Just be quiet. He does this all the time. He goes out, he wants it when it's raining in the garden, comes in soaking wet. He's sitting on my sofa. My sofa's going to be wet, but I've got covers on it. But he always goes out in the rain, and he stands about, and he's very demanding. So just be quiet just now. This is the tracksuit, one of the tracksuits that I've got. As I says, I've got a lot now. I've got about, God knows how many I've got. I must say about 60 tracksuits for Boohoo. But this one's a toned down one. I usually wear ones mad pattern ones, and bright colours, tie-dyes, bright pinks and everything, and festival sort of stuff. But this one's sort of toned down. I've got a couple of toned down ones. When I say toned down, it's navy blue. You see it? It's navy blue, and if you can see on the leg's pink, and on the bottom of the leg it says official man. See it? Don't know if you can see that. See it, like. It says official man on the bottom of the leg. So it's blue and pink, and it's got the white band at the top. So I'll put these on. They're fluffy sort of material. They're no night. They're cotton, pure brushed cotton, should I say, and they're very warm. And I need them for this time of year because it's really cold here in Scotland. So, and they're quite baggy. When I say quite baggy, they're more. Well, I've been putting weight on quite a lot. So with my tablets, I'm on mirtazapine, and you pile the weight on with them. If you don't know what mirtazapine is, it's an antidepressant for my behaviour and mood swings and things, and just for people that get depressed. Anyway, I've got these on. They're quite good. The matching top is navy blue as well, of course. Brushed cotton, as I say. Official man on it in pink. So it's not a bright pink. It's sort of like a violet sort of pink, and it's got a badge at the bottom. Got a wee badge at the bottom. The tracksuit bottoms have got that badge as well, and it just says what does it say? Official man on it. Nothing on the back of these. So plain, quite plain. There's no piping on the arms. Some tracksuits have got contrast on the arms, but on this it's just across the chest on it. So I'll wear that rain is belting down. So I'll put this on just now. I'll get a wee bit warm, and I'll put a scarf on. I've got a scarf upstairs, and it's brown and white, and on it says Sank Polly, spelled S-A-N, I think it's K, S-A-N-K, and Polly, P-A-U-L-I. And what it is, it's a Hamburg football team. David's brother stays in Niendorf, just outside Hamburg, and David got us it when he went over to visit him. And it's a big team, St. Pauli. And I wear it. And I remember wearing it down the road to another scheme, and I went into a pub and everybody was after it because they said that they are related to Celtic. And I was like, oh, and it says, obviously you're a Celtic supporter. I went, no. It says I didn't follow football. And they went, oh. And they were after this St. Pauli scarf that I had on, and I was like, no, I'm not getting it. I had it on my wall for a bit, and I thought to myself, no, I'll wear it. And especially this time of year, it's getting cold. So I've got this on. I'll probably need a coat on as well. So I've got like a, what do you call it? It's like a fake leather jacket across the chest. It's leather, and on the arms it's fake fur, and it's got a big fake fur collar on it. I got that for Boohoo as well. It's quite cool, and it wasn't a deer. It wasn't a deer coat. It was only about, I think it was about £40, if that. It wasn't even £40, and it's really good quality. So they had that in Boohoo. He's moaning again. He gets on my nerves at times, that dog. He just moans. See when David's here and I try and speak to David, he just moans. He just keeps getting told off. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. I'm made to get my hair gel, go upstairs, get my hair gel. And yeah, you can come with me if you want. So here we are in the hall, my computer exercise bike, which I've been using. It's cool. It's a Roger Black one. David got us it during lockdown. I used to be right into mountain biking. I used to go around the woods. There's a woods across the road from where I stay, and then there's a village, and I used to go out on my bike all the time. It used to be at like 5 in the morning. I used to go out at 5 in the morning. Sorry about it being dark upstairs here. And I loved my mountain bikes. I've had a lot of good mountain bikes, and I used to be out all day. And David used to contact us on the mobile phone. He used to talk on the mobile phone with us, and he used to say, "When are you coming home?" And I says, "I'll be home soon. Your tea's ready." And I would say, "Well, I'm actually up in the village at the hotel." I used to go up, leave my bike outside, tie it up, with a padlock, go in and have maybe smoked salmon, smoked salmon roll and a juice. And it used to be great. I used to love it. And then on the way back, coming back through the woods, I would go the opposite direction in the woods, and then I would go up to my mum's. My mum stayed at one side of the woods and I stayed at the bottom, and I still stay in the other woods yet. But yeah, I've stopped doing that. I'm out of puff. I speak too quick, I'm out of puff. I think I've got a wee bit of the cold. I'm in my bathroom. It needs decorated. You see the walls? They're patchy. The walls were dark blue, and they gave us a new bathroom suite and a new shower because the other one was knackered, and they put in new flooring. The flooring was all rotten, would you believe, because the bath was leaking. Could have bloody fell into the kitchen when I was in the bath. Lucky I didn't. So yeah, what I've done is on the walls, that white that's all patchy, as you can see, is mould paint, because the bathrooms in this house get a lot of, no, the entire house gets mould. So I've treated, especially the bathroom, so I've treated the bathroom with mould paint, and then I'll paint over it. I was actually thinking about putting wallpaper up, sort of like that plastic tile wallpaper. I might do that. They've got some nice Moroccan styles, so I might do that. I had this Betty as well. Here's something else. I had this Betty, and my sister Irene, when she come home with her son, it must have been way back in 2001 or 2002, Adam, that's her son, says, "I've not got anything for Gran." And he had lots of money. And Irene says, "Well, go and get something." They stopped off in Dubai, and at the airport, and he bought that. You see it? It's a Betty, and it's got a great big tiger on it. And it's massive, it's thick as anything. And he gave it to my mum, and Irene says, "We had to pay extra money because it weighs a ton, with the weight." And he gave it to my mum, and my mum went, "Oh, thanks, Adam, that's really good of you." But she never liked it, to be honest. She never really liked it, and she gave me it years ago. And it's just been sitting in the cupboard, so I gave it a big wash. I says to David, "I'm not sure if that'll work in the washing machine. It might be too heavy. You might have to put it in an industrial one." But put it in the washing machine downstairs, and it came up good. It's never been used, and it's handy. It's great. It's really fluffy and everything. It's well made. So I thought I'd put it on the bed because it's cold at nights. Right, that's one room. This is the other room, and this is the other room. This is the one that if David comes up, he might crash out in. Maybe one night or that. Then he goes home again. And that's my IKEA bed over there. Put bloody toys on it. I put toys on it for him. And he's got his books. He likes to read his books when he comes up, and he might crash over. So that's that. Got two windows in here. Bright pink, as you see. Lift my blinds up. And I don't know if you can see across the road. And straight across the road is a field. And that's my view from my window, from my bedroom window, front bedroom window, and my living room window there. So there we go. That's I'm needing new blinds. It says to David, I'm going to have to get new blinds. They've been up for years. And yeah, it's the room's a bit untidy. I think it needs I don't know what it needs. I'm thinking of painting it again, but just leave it. Just leave it. David's a swabber at times. Just leave it. So I'm back in here again, and yeah, my DJ stuff that I set up here sometimes, and do some DJ mixing and that, and sit in my bed and sometimes watch television. So that's and that's my cinema thing. I used to have see that? That's my projector that I got during the lockdown, and on that wall I put up a massive big white. It was actually just a massive big white sheet curtain, like, and it used to be the screen, and it was 10 foot long, and I just sit in my bed here and watch all the films through the projector, because the projector works with DVDs and computer and everything. But I took it down. I took down my big white thingy, what do you call it? Big white cover on the wall. And I just shoved that up, you know, because of my DJing thing. I just put that up. So that's that. So Skittles is upstairs. Ain't ya, baby? Ain't ya? Eh? Say hello. Hello there. Got a wet towel on the banister on the landing. I'll have to move that. I did a washing yesterday and I couldn't get it hung out, and I'm just after doing another one. And I had it on an hour again. It uses a little electric, as you know. And I still can't bloody get it hung out because the rains came on there. Hey, Skittles. Skittles is wanting to go downstairs. Skittles is wanting to go downstairs. So I better go downstairs. So this is my little house for you. And when I first moved in, it was all that colour on the wall, you know. And I painted it all bright colours. And it's no well built, to be honest. They're no well built houses at all. To be honest with you, it's the worst house I've been in. The only good thing about it is the garden and the view. Right, it's dark. Let's go downstairs. Come on, move. Downstairs. Down we go. Down we go. As you can see, I like my pictures on the walls. So that's that. And I've got an old picture. Before I go, I've got an old picture. Caravaggio, Italian artist. I don't know if you can see that. Caravaggio. Card player, as it's called. And my mum's old sort of grandfather clock. It's not a proper one, but that was in her house, and she gave me it, and I painted it all. Painted it all sort of patchy and that bright colours. Right, come on in, Skittles. Come on in just now. Right, I'm going to get going. Quick review, but it wasn't a quick review, it was quite a big review there, but I thought I'd just show you around my little mad house. Right, I'm going away. I don't know if I'll be able to post this, it's quite long. I'll see you later. Take care. Bye for now. See ya.